100 laps of ground-pounding action with your Elliott custom trailers, winged sprint cars tonight.
And the fans are all on their feet because this is what they came out to see. The winged sprint cars all set up on the front straightaway. Then they're going to get them fired in a couple minutes. Then we'll get that rumble. The ground will start to shake once again here at the bull ring with all of these cars.
It's the big one, but we have some dignitaries to introduce before we get things started. We'd like to first off thank Elliott's Custom Trailers and Carts, the sponsor of the sprint cars, and here to represent Elliott's Custom Trailers and Carts, Jim and Cindy Elliott. And I have to mention, because Jim bothered me about it, not married. Susie, we love Susie Elliott. But once again, thanks to Jim and Cindy for being here and being a part of the BitNile.com Open Wheel Showdown. Now to say some words, we have the CEO of BitNile. Please welcome Joe Spaziano. Joe, it's been an awesome event so far. What do you think of it?
I got to say, wow, this has just been amazing. It's gotten bigger every year. And just we're so super excited to have been a sponsor from the beginning. I can't even tell you. I mean, we love Davey Jr., we love Davey Sr., and I just want to see this grow every year. This is amazing. I'm going to keep it short since, well, y'all want to see them, not me.
Hey, but we're happy you're here, Joe. We'll now bring up Tim Bouchard, CEO of Seismic Media. I'll ask you the same thing, Tim. Wow, what an event. What are your impressions so far?
We love being involved in this event. It's been a great way to promote our brands, and we're excited to see a great race today. And since we're running a little bit behind, let's go.
I agree. Let's get it on. We'll bring up the drivers of our Elliott's Custom Trailers and Carts Wing Sprint Car Division. Once again, 100 laps for our drivers set to go for $50,000 to win. We'll start all the way back from 26th and work our way to the front. Starting 26th in tonight's feature event, she has finally made the show at long, long last. Please welcome Natalie Waters. She has tried for a few years to get into this show, and she's finally done it. We'll bring her up across and shake hands with our dignitaries. Starting 25th on tonight's feature event from Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada, please welcome the 44B of Brad Ahmed. He raced his way into the show. He was your final transfer out of our Willwood Breaks B-main event. One of the many Brian Gossel cars, one of the 3 in the feature event. This is Ryan Land. And to his inside, his teammate. In another one of the many Brian Gossel entry cars, he spent a lot of years on the dirt, or spent a lot of the year on the dirt. Now he comes back home to the pavement. Please welcome Austin Gossel. From Selma, California, rolling off 22nd, a 6-time winner in the King of the Wing. She was 12th here last year. Please welcome Audra Ceceli. Audra going to roll off from P22. And to Audra's inside in car 91Y. Please welcome Darren Yates. One of our many neighbors from the north, from London, Ontario, Canada. One of the greatest Canadian sprint car drivers. He's got his work cut out for him tonight. Please welcome Ryan Litt. This guy from Boise, Idaho is the reason we're all here tonight. He's the 2016 King of the Wing champion. Please welcome Davey Hamilton Jr. His teammate going to roll off right next to him from Cornelius, North Carolina. He's raced a little bit of everything tonight. He makes his wing sprint car debut. Please welcome Chase Cabry. To his inside from Chowchilla, California, the SE Motorsports, number 15, a 3-time King of the Wing champion. Please welcome Eric Humphreys. Year. But now he comes back stronger from ever. From Fort Collins, Colorado, the 2025 ASCS Western Plains Region champion, it's Brian Gossel. In R90, please welcome the driver from Nampa, Idaho. It's Corey Lockwood. Ready to roll from P14 in tonight's field. He comes to us from Snohomish, Washington. He was 15th here in the Open Wheel Showdown last year. Looking for more here in 25. Please welcome Cody Ridge. Ready to roll off P13 in tonight's feature event. Please welcome the driver that finished 6th in last year's Open Wheel Showdown. It's Casey Tillman. We now break our way up number 6. Rolling off in the Sampier Chevrolet, number 26. It is Troy DeCare. And 2 is outside from Winston, Oregon, a 5-time winner in the Speed Tour Wing Sprint Car Series. Please welcome Kyle Alberding. Race fans, it is now time to meet our top 10 starters in the 2025 BitNile.com Open Wheel Showdown. Now a 2-time 500 Sprint Tour champion. He's a 2-time Little 500 champion, trying to get that elusive first win, the Open Wheel Showdown. From Plymouth, Indiana, it's Tyler Rohrig. Lining up to the inside of row number 5 from Tacoma, Washington. Winner on the 2025 season. Please welcome Evan Margison. Just competing in only his 2nd sprint car race in 2 years. The driver out of Rohnert Park, California. He's a champion with the King of the Wing and must-see sprint car series. Please welcome Rohnert Park, California's Joe Helberg. On row number 4, he comes to us out of Kuna, Idaho. He's a 2-time Speed Tour Wing Sprint Car champion. Please welcome Brian Wharf. Starting 6th in tonight's feature event. Please welcome the driver from Meridian, Idaho, the 2009 USAC Rocky Mountain Sprint Car champion, Mike Murray-Goto. The inaugural winner of this event lines up to the inside of row number 3, starting in the 5th position. One of our many neighbors to the north. Please welcome from Langley, British Canada, Aaron Williamson. Starting 4th on tonight's feature event. He has won a main event every year he's been here in the Open Wheel Showdown. From Kingsburg, California, one of the greatest pavement open wheel drivers of all time, it's Kody Swanson. Another all-time great on the pavement lines up to his inside. From Franklin, Massachusetts in the DJ Racing 22A, it's Bobby Santos III. Race fans, it is time to meet at the front row for tonight's BitNile.com Open Wheel Showdown presented by AskROI. He was quick time earlier in the week in only his 2nd career wing sprint car start. From Midway, Massachusetts, it's Jake Trainer. It is now time to meet our pole sitter. This guy causes a storm wherever he goes. From Langford, British Columbia, Canada, your pole sitter, the 33J, the Hurricane, Jeff Montgomery. For tonight. There is your starting lineup for tonight's 26-car feature event. 100 laps, $50,000 to win for the Open Wheel Showdown. It is time to get it on here in Las Vegas.
Swanson and Helberg. One more race, 100 laps for $50,000 to win.
If I get off the bottom, it is snug. But if I can run my line,
Yeah, you need to run traffic, man. He's going to beat you. With 2 to go, he's on your level.
Yes.
You checked out before that. He's beating you in traffic. Alone, you're better.
well, I just need a driver.
Quarter road down. On the right, this one we're going to half down. Go to 25. I'm saving shit tons of yellow. Right front and right rear.
Okay.
We're pretty good, just like that much free.
I just need to do a better job. If you want to give it, this much, give it this much.
It's a regular stuff? Okay. So, no, it's there. I wouldn't, like, if he wants to go and fight on the start here, it's not. You got 50 laps to go, right?
Exactly. Yeah, like I'll try and fight him over it.
Yeah, let him wear his shit out.
Harry, I'll let him go follow him into traffic.
Yeah.
Hey, give him shit, Eric.
Thanks, bud.
You got this.
I'm telling you what's going on.
Just gonna drive harder in traffic.
The 1 is Davey Hamilton. The black 7 is Otto Sitterly. 2 modified legends having at it. Goes Otto Sitterly, the master of the modifieds. The supers takes the win here. Aaron McMorrin weathered the storm. 75 watts, checkered flag falls. Good job, dude. Green flag, we're racing for 50 grand in Vegas. Willison leads him down into 1, but Bobby Santos now up to second in the black 22.
Antonio Santos is possessed on the opening laps here.
Kody Swanson's right there on the inside. Oh, yeah! Kody Swanson with a great start. And look at that 50 launch off the backstretch. Kody Swanson, he's done it. He wins the $50,000 at the Open Wheel Showdown.
Thanks for bringing the showdown. It's a race.
You just won $50,000. How does this feel for you?
I mean, it's really special, right? Knew this summer, you know, I don't know, I haven't been doing for a while, and knew it'd be hard enough to figure that out, right? And so for me to come out and even do well, I'd have to be in a car that was really good. And
At the bull ring. Pace truck going to lead him around there. Elliott Custom Trailers, main event of the night. BitNile.com, Open Wheel Showdown, and we are heating up the bull ring in Las Vegas, Nevada.
The pyrotechnics go off in turns 3 and 4 as the lights are now out on the pace vehicle. One more lap around before we go green.
Everybody in the house, stay on your feet and get ready to make some noise. I don't even care if you're in your living room. Get up because it is time for 100 laps of sprint car action. The Hurricane, Jeff Montgomery, Jake Trainer bringing them around as they roll down the backstretch, Brett. It is time to go green in Vegas.
We are coming to the start zone and the flag is in hand. We are green and racing for $50,000 at the bull ring.
Pretty good run through turns 1 and 2. And you see these drivers choosing some different lines as they roll through. We're going to get...
trouble early here in turn 4.
Jojo Hellberg goes around.
Wow. Everyone avoided that. I thought that was going to be a lot bigger than it was. Yeah, Jojo's just going to need a push start there and should be good to go. What just occurred here?
There's Jojo and Worf side by side. Yeah, it
Looks like he made maybe a little bit of contact with the driver in front. Just wasn't expecting that checkup, and it just caused him to spin.
Yep, Willison was right in front of him there, and might have just checked up, maybe bumped him a little bit, but the 7, the one that goes around, but we've got JoJo refired.
Hard left turn down into the infield, leaving the field up to Jeff Montgomery and Jake Trainer in the 29. Like I said, much like how we started this race, as they make their way into the Serve Pro restart zone. We are back green here at the Las Vegas.
Getting on the gas there. Some of them taking the high line. A lot of them have to stay low as they sort themselves out through traffic. They're going to dive into turns 3 and 4. Looking a lot better this time as we roll down the front stretch and 2 laps in to the 100 lap main event of the weekend. Here comes JoJo Hellberg quickly back through the field.
Jeff Montgomery has about a 3-car length lead as we see more battles for the 5th position there on your screen.
Yeah, Mike Magurdio, Bobby Santos the 3rd. They are going at it. Oh, Magurdio got pushed up a little bit, and that's going to open the door for Brian Wharf. Wharf in the number 91 machine, going to dive underneath him, turn 3, but look at Magurdio. He gets right back on that throttle, Brett.
And we also see Davey Hamilton in the back of the pack. Almost thought about making it 3 wide. Oh, he went down on the flat there. He's taking a pass. I think right now he's passing Tyler Rohrig. That's in the back of the pack.
As you see around Cody Ridge.
I'm sorry, Cody Ridge, but you see them trying to get all the positions they can in the back of the pack before that 50-lap break.
Yeah, because, you know, if you can't do it in the first 50, you don't want to be at the back in the last 50 because you're going to run out of time. So some of those drivers working their way to the front. Casey Tillman, Davey Hamilton Jr. dive into turn number 3. Hamilton to the high side out of 4, but Casey Tillman gets the horsepower down the front stretch.
Jeff Montgomery has widened out his lead to at least 6 car lengths, but it won't be too long before he catches the tail end of this field at the bull ring. So lap traffic will quickly become a factor as we stay green here.
Yeah, lap traffic is definitely going to be a huge part of this one as your drivers make their way around. Jeff Montgomery's going to catch it next time around as he goes down the backstretch. Montgomery, Swanson, Trainer, Santos, and Magurdio, your top 5.
Single file throughout most of the field, with the only exception being at the extreme back end of the field, and that's where the leaders are going to approach in just a couple laps here.
Yep, the Hurricane coming through. You're looking at a good run there with Santos behind Trainer, Magurdio, Wharf, and here comes inaugural winner, Aaron Willison. He's just outside the top 5, Brett.
You have to wonder if they made some notes last year. As you can see, our promoter there, Davey Hamilton Jr., and we go back up front to this lead battle for, I think that's 3rd, 4th, 5th on your screen. They are nose to tail. You can see Aaron Willison taking the high side there, trying to get any position he can. Looks like he's going to try and make that high side work. He's got it hooked up there.
Aaron Willison, Brian Wharf, tire to tire. Jake Trainer going to be right in front of Willison as Mike Magurdio takes a spot. Magurdio on the 17, and then he gives it right back to Trainer. Trainer comes right back after him there, and we are swapping positions.
Contact, a little bit of contact there in turns 1 and 2. But that was a nice crossover move by Jake Trainer there, as our leader is now in lap traffic.
Yes, Montgomery now puts a lap on Natalie Waters, Swanson, Santos, and this is where, of course, for right now, Montgomery can separate himself from the rest of the field. But come the 50-lap break, we're going to put them all back together anyway.
Looks like Kody Swanson might be trying to... Kody Swanson's taking up a little bit of time through this lap traffic. They've got heavy lap traffic right now, the 2 leaders, Jeff Montgomery and Kody Swanson. You can see them trying to navigate around these cars.
Yeah, look at Bobby Santos the 3rd. He's right there on the tail tank of Swanson. He's just waiting for Kody to possibly get stuck behind somebody like right here. He's behind the 16, and then he goes to the low line. Gossel goes high as they dive into turns 1 and 2.
There is a battle brewing now for that 2nd position between Kody Swanson and Bobby the Santos the 3rd, who's come up so short the last 2 years. He wants to put this whole package together, but he knows that you can't win it in the first 50 laps.
Yeah, and look at this group going down the backstretch behind the lap 16 car. Trainer, Magurdio goes low. Wharf, Willison, Alberding, Rohrig, they are all right there, Brett, trying to work their way towards the front, but here comes your race leader out of turn number 4.
The whole racetrack is filled with the race cars all the way around the bull ring here. There is a little bit of a break of lap traffic after Jeff Montgomery gets past this car here. He has some clean racetrack for at least a couple laps. As you can see, Kody Swanson, Bobby Santos the third, still battling for that second and third position as they're still locked in some heavy lap traffic.
So Swanson looks to the high side of the 6. He'll probably try to go low line here as the laps go on the back half of the field. 77 to go next time by. Bobby Santos hot on his tail there. He's also got to look out for Mike McGurdio out of Meridian, Idaho. McGurdio using that lap traffic to his advantage as now he's going to be right there with Swanson and Santos.
They're using a lot of patience. Kody Swanson, Bobby Santos using so much patience to get through this heavy lap traffic. The lappers are racing side by side, so there's nowhere where they can go.
Yeah, that group that you got on your screen right there, they are locked up. Swanson, Santos, McGurdio. You've even got the machine there behind McGurdio of Jake Trainer that we've been talking about all weekend. And you got to think, those guys are going to run out of patience and want to get up there because Jeff Montgomery is checking out.
This traffic is just not letting up for the second and third place position here. Kody Swanson's been able to put a few cars in between him and Bobby Santos the third.
Well, now McGurdio has overtaken Bobby Santos in the 17. So now Mike McGurdio to the podium. He's chasing Kody Swanson, your defending champion.
McGurdio's not one of those drivers that I had on my list to watch, but he's proving he has the speed as well as the able to pass cars in this lap traffic. He's approaching Kody Swanson. We'll see if he's able to get by Kody Swanson, who obviously is one of the best open wheel drivers we have in this field.
Swanson going low down underneath Natalie Waters. McGurdio, Santos coming with him, and it's the Hurricane, Jeff Montgomery. Montgomery going to dive it into turn number 1. He's got some open racetrack right now, and that is exactly what he wants to see as he has just put Troy DeCare a lap down.
Second, third, and fourth are nose to tail as McGurdio is making a pass now on Swanson for second place, but you can see here comes Santos to take that spot from Swanson as well.
Wow, Bobby Santos saw Mike McGurdio take advantage, and he is going to try to hook up on the 17, but the 17, McGurdio, he says, see you guys later, but you're not going to run away from Bobby Santos. Look at Kody Swanson right back at him.
Great side-by-side racing here for second, third, and fourth. They now get it sorted out. We'll see if they decide to settle in and see if they get to this break. We're only about 20 laps away from that 50-lap break.
Yep, you got 18 to go till we throw that caution. But for right now, it's Montgomery. And look at Mike McGurdio. He is impressing the field here. He's just one of those consistent guys. He has USAC experience, wing sprint, late model experience, and it's good to see Mike McGurdio back on a rail at the bull ring.
Meanwhile, Jeff Montgomery has been able to lengthen his lead over the rest of the field by timing and scoring down, but almost 3 seconds now he has a lead.
Yeah, he is flying around that racetrack. He's going to get himself right back into some lap traffic right now. Mike McGurdio has 2 cars between himself and Montgomery. I think your fastest race car on the track has got to be that 17 because that real estate is closing very quick. Oh, and we got the 16 went sideways in front of your leader, and that's going to hold up the Hurricane, and a caution flag flies with 65
now, Willison
laps
has
to go.
a piece of his wing missing. We saw it flapping on one of the shots there before. So
Nasty Beast hard T, caution is out.
It's the other side. We'll see it when he comes back around, but the other side, the front portion of the wing.
And your inaugural winner, that is not what he wanted to see happen here as the caution flag is out.
I don't see the crews going out to pick up any debris.
So yeah, that is a pretty good bite.
But you can see there's a chunk of the wing missing. See Tyler Rohrig on your screen there. He actually is the most winningest driver with 16 wins in the 500 Sprint Car Tour. Of course, if you're not familiar with that style racing, those are wingless sprint cars that race on pavement. So he's a winner over there as we see the drivers are making their choose now. So we're going to go back to green here in a few laps.
All right, so yeah, your fastest race car on the track is on the high side of the front row, Jeff Montgomery. It's a Serve Pro restart zone as the Elliott Custom Trailers wing sprint cars are going green one more time at the bull ring. Montgomery and McGurdio, here we go.
Dead heat at the line, and they are side by side in turn 1 and 2, but Jeff Montgomery able to take the lead as we can see. We have contact. Bobby Santos is around. What a save A complete 360, and he's still going.
Wow.
And we'll see where he holds his position. I think he'll still be in the top 10.
Audra Cicelli looks like she is going to roll down into the infield, so a tough break for Audra.
There was contact with Bobby Santos the third. He did a complete 360, kept it in the gas, and then kept going.
Natalie Waters took some adverse action there, as well as Margison.
I guess, do they put him at the rear for bringing out the yellow, or do you get your position because you...
Just exactly what happened over there in turn number 4. Ooh,
you see he got together with Kody Swanson on the high side, but there he did that 360. I think what he was hoping was
it would stay green.
They would not throw the yellow flag.
Yep, so right there, another angle of it. And yep, just side to side there, Swanson and Santos.
The yellow lights are already on, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So, but you can see all the drivers having to take evasive action as well.
And it looks, I didn't see
is there
maybe
some damage there to
yeah,
the...
Audra Cicelli went way from the high side down low, and then she's parked that.
Just talked to Audra a second ago. It sounded like when Bobby Santos threw up that smoke screen in turn number 3, she got to the back of somebody and too much left front damage to continue on, so that will end her night in the 77.
Oh, and a tough break for Audra Cicelli. Thanks, Drake, for being right on top of that down there.
So that could have been a lot worse because you have 20 sprint cars coming at you with Bobby Santos turned sideways. And luckily that was really the only contact we had. That could have been a lot worse.
Yep. So the cars are choosing their lanes. They're going side by side one more time. It's going to be a carbon copy restart with Mike McGurdio on the high side, the Hurricane Jeff Montgomery down low.
Once again, as they make their way to the Serve Pro restart zone, as the green flag is back out, and this is a much better restart than even before for Jeff Montgomery with a clear lead in turn 1 and 2.
Kody Swanson going to take advantage on the high side here. Jake Traynor trying to shut the door on Aaron Willison. Willison still going to try to put it top shelf, but now all of a sudden the fastest car on the racetrack has just lost a position there to Kody Swanson. So see if Mike McGurdio can't get that thing dialed right back in.
I've got my eye on the back of the pack because Davey Hamilton Jr. and Bobby Santos III are running this high line. You can see on your screen trying to pass as many vehicles or as many cars as they can before this break in just about 13 laps.
3 wide. Davey Hamilton Jr. goes up and around Eric Humphreys. We talked about Humphreys making the move up. Now it's Davey Hamilton Jr. with his team car, and he's going to try to pick him off on the 11. Davey Hamilton Jr. working towards the front, 11 laps away from the break.
Everyone is down on the bottom, but you've got to go where the other drivers aren't if you want to make up any positions here before this break.
And I really think Bobby Santos wanted to go with him, but Davey Jr. said, if you can't stay on the tail tank, I'm out of here. So now Bobby Santos trying to do the same thing next to the high side of Eric Humphreys as it comes to turn number 4. Humphreys shuts the door, Brad. And around goes Natalie Waters right in front of your leader.
Oh, my.
So, my goodness, Jeff.
That was close. That was very, very close.
Jeff Montgomery trying to find his way around there, and that was a little too close for comfort for me. I can't imagine what Jeff was thinking.
Yeah, and again, they don't have, a spotter in their ear to say trouble in turn 4. As you can see, a little bit of debris on the racetrack as well. But what a drive through the field so far for Davey Hamilton Jr.
Yeah, he is doing a heck of a job. Jeff Montgomery now can relax for a couple of seconds here as we try to get that car locked in so that we can get Natalie refired. We are ready one more time. Nasty Beats Hard T caution is done, and the Serve Pro restart zone is going to take Montgomery, Swanson to the green.
Montgomery had a fantastic restart last time around, and he's able to do that once again with a full car length lead heading into turn 1.
Jeff Montgomery takes it now. Kody Swanson. Oh, we got somebody way high over there.
I believe that was Santos.
I think so. He had to kind of let off the gas there, and now he's going to have to work his way back towards the front again. Tough break for Bobby Santos, looking for his first win at the Open Wheel Showdown.
Santos is trying his best to get through the traffic in the back as our leaders are stretching out. First, second, and third are comfortably stretched out between each other. They're away from this mess that you see in the back with Davey Hamilton Jr. on the high side, still trying to click off as many positions as he can before this break.
Yep, he's right there between Evan Margison and Casey Tillman. Margison going to try to drive it right back in there. Tillman gets the good run off the corner. Davey just trying to find his way around that 92 machine. And if he does, he'll be looking at the tail tank of the 14. Inaugural winner, Aaron Willison. But Casey Tillman is no slouch, Brett. He can hang on as he's now starting to stretch it out.
Davey had that high line working, but it looks like he's lost a little bit on that low line as he's now battling once again for the 10th position. As you take a look at our leader, Jeff Montgomery still has about a 5-car length lead over Kody Swanson.
Yep, he's got the lead. Evan Margison goes diving underneath Davey Hamilton Jr. Out of turn number 4, Evan puts it a little bit sideways and he gets that spot back. Chase is coming. Here comes the 07 as well. So a lot of cars now trying to pick off these positions as the laps wind down. 3 away.
Looks like Davey Hamilton Jr. is going to want to get some adjustments on that car. As you can see, our inaugural winner, Aaron Willison, kind of holding serve there in the 6th position. He'd love to probably get in the top 5 before the 50-lap break, which is 2 laps away.
2 laps away as your leaders making their way around the bull ring here. Oh, a little bit of contact nearly with Swanson in the 16.
Yeah, Austin Gossel looks like he's having some handling issues with this car. He's now a lap down. Almost got in trouble with the leaders, but Kody Swanson's now catching Jeff Montgomery as we have just 1 lap to go before this break.
Halfway through this time by. Montgomery, he had ran away earlier. Now he's got Swanson and McGurdio right there with him. So the short run was good. The long run, maybe not.
There's that caution.
As the yellow flag flies for the midway break, 50 laps in to the BitNile.com Open Wheel Showdown, presented by AskROI.
All allowed to get out of the car as well.
Yep, give this opportunity to get out, and that way they can communicate with their crews once they hit the front stretch here. And they will be released once everything is safe and ready to go.
Bobby Santos III, unfortunately, is stuck here in the back. As you see Davey Hamilton Jr. talking it over with some of the drivers down there. What a drive through the field to go up 9 positions. There's Aaron Willison.
They are out. Now the crews can come over. They'll get all staged. And then when the timer gets going, they will be able to go out to their cars.
Aaron is always excited to be here.
So far, a good run, and despite the wing damage, the last lap of Green Flag Racing was your fastest lap of the race, so I don't think the wing is the problem, but what is the plan to address this issue here under the red?
The boys with the Tri-X group, Randall Wilson, 14 guard, they got a second wing in the holster here, so we're going to get that baby swapped out, and I'm sure we'll be a little better with the whole darn wing on top. Car was good. We just needed longer runs, and restarting on the outside kind of sucks. I tried that out a couple times and got burned pretty bad, but a little bit of track position, some longer runs, and we'll be happy.
All right, we'll let the boys on the 14W get to work. Over there you see the new top wing. The crews have to stay on the infield of the racetrack until the officials give the all clear. So the rule here with this open red flag, they can change 1 tire. That is the right rear. The other 3 tires pretty much have to stay on the ground, but anything else you can change, hence why they're going to make that top wing change on Aaron Willison's car.
All right, Drake, we'll let you make your way through there. And
so the clock has not officially started yet. They're going to let the crews all get out.
And ready to go on the clock. And there you see it.
Yep, the white flag waved, and there goes the crews over to the cars as well as the drivers.
You're down there with Jeff Montgomery, our pole sitter.
Not only your pole sitter, but your current race leader. He has led just about from the outset so far. And, Jeff, I watch you do a 180 of the race car. Any wholesale adjustments you're making a look here under this red?
I'm not sure yet. We're going to discuss it after done servicing the car here. But we'll see what we got here. I don't know. I don't know what's going on behind me, but I'm just sort of trying to set a medium pace and not wear the thing out. So we'll see what happens here in the next 50.
You talked about being out front. Sometimes that's a bit of a disadvantage. How valuable is this time to talk with the crew? Because obviously, unlike you, they can see the rest of the racetrack where you can only see from what you can from inside the 33J.
Yeah, I mean, you just got to keep going forward, and if someone shows me their nose, and I know I got to pick up the pace. But as it sits right now, I haven't really seen much other than the guys on the restart. So just trying to save my stuff and hopefully be there at the end. Like I said, I can only control what I control, and the rest is going to fall into place. So.
That's a veteran with a veteran's mindset. That's Jeff Montgomery. We'll let the crew get back to work here on the 33J.
With the 14 of Aaron Willison about if you're allowed to change the wing under this red flag condition for 10 minutes, and you are, so they're going to change that wing. It's just, I've never seen a wing do that before, so that's kind of interesting.
So what do you think there, Brett? I think the fans here at the Speedway need to help us out a little bit. We've got some pretty heavy-duty cars. Let's talk to Kody real quick, and then we're going to see who the fans want to win. Go ahead, Drake.
Kody Swanson comes into the red flag here, currently in the second spot in the 2025 Open Wheel Showdown. And Kody, it feels like I watched a whole Silver Crown race with you there in that 50 laps. You went, you held back, you went again. What's kind of the strategy here for the second 50? Is it going to be more of the same, or is it going to be all out for you?
I mean, it's hard to say, right? You kind of, just like a Silver Crown race, you kind of play each lap as it comes, and I felt like I really got stuck in lap traffic there and got them too wide for a bunch of laps in a row, and just didn't do a very good job, right? And got passed by Mike and you know, battled with Bobby there, and I hate on that restart that we touched. I felt like I left him enough room, but I know we're all in dirty air down there, and anyway, so I hated that, but I know I'm trying to stay focused here and do a good job for this Ram Engineering 50M team, right? They give me a good car and a good shot. Maybe we're missing a little bit right now, but that's why we got 50 more, and hopefully we'll do our best. There's a lot of great cars up here and all through this field, so only time will tell.
You talked about the contact with Bobby Santos in turn number 3. Did it damage anything on the left side?
No, I mean, it just looks like it just got left for a beadlock wheel, but I mean, I felt it as we touched and hated that we touched, and I thought I left enough room, and I hope I did still, and just maybe it's one of those things that happen. But we raced really hard together and really clean all the time, and so hopefully we can have another clean 50 laps and do our best here.
Kody Swanson once again will restart second here in our 100-lap feature event.
All right, we're going to chat with the driver of the 17, Mike McGurdio.
Well, you just heard there on the broadcast, he's got at least a few fans down here in Vegas, and for the better part of that run, it seemed like you were on the forward charge, but towards the back end of that run, Kody got by you, Brian got by you. What do you need here, especially once we near the very end of this 100-lap feature event?
All right, so we got 5 minutes left here real quick. 5 minutes
really good.
left in this break.
It was after that caution, something changed a little bit, and just, I don't know, I couldn't tell what it was, but when I started getting those longer runs, it was starting to come back, so I just think I need a little longer run, and we got a hot rod, so I'm going to go after him. It's going to be fun.
You talked about the car being good on the long run, but I would argue the 17 was good on the short run. How do you kind of find that balance of being not only good on the long run, but good on the short run as well?
Yeah, I think you got a point. Early in the run, when we had a full fuel load, that thing was really fast, and then it burned off. It started just backing up, and then I needed kind of a longer pace to kind of get back and going. But either way, the thing's a really solid car. We're happy with it, and I think we're going to move forward.
Mike McGurdio is all smiles. He'll roll off from the 4th spot when we go back to green in our Elliott's Custom Trailers and Carts Wing Sprint Car feature event.
York, who is with our biggest mover in the race so far.
And he's boss man, too, even better. Davey Hamilton, Jr., you just heard the guys talk about it. You are on the move, and it's all been done on the top side of the Speedway. How are you making that highline work?
Well, I'll tell you this, if anybody's saying that there's no top here, they're lying, because it's working this year. So I'm sending it. You know, I didn't want to be in that B main, but we were running out of fuel those last few laps, so I was just trying to be safe on the inside of the track just in case somebody was trying to get around me. But just super thankful to this team. I mean, even my teammate Chase, I mean, we're identical. I mean, we're just running out there together, and it's actually pretty fun. It's fun coming through the field, but a little stressful.
Earlier today on social media, you said promoter me is happy, driver me is very angry. Is driver Davey Hamilton a little bit happier here as we go into these last 50?
I'm getting better, you know. I mean, it's at least I'm staying with the fast guys. Our lap times are right there, so I want to see myself in the top 5 at the end of this thing.
I think that's possible the way he's been driving. Once again, Davey Hamilton Jr. will restart from 10th here in the final 50 laps.
All right.
We have 2 minutes left in this red flag period, so
Davey Jr., he is feeling good about the car, working his way through the field. And like you said, he's one of the few that have stuck it on the high side, and it's gained him 9 or 10 positions.
Yes, we have 1 minute left now in the red flag period. 1 minute left. You can see all the officials putting up the 1 sign. So this is now time the crews to, if they haven't wrapped up their repair or their adjustments, they better do that real quick here.
Yep, last chance here. You see the countdown there on the Jumbotron is time is running out. They're getting the tools packed up and getting ready to head back to the pit area here. Here we go.
The cars are being pushed off once again. So if you are in the sound of our voice here at the racetrack and you are not in your seat, now is the time to come back.
Well, unfortunately, the party is over now for Jake Traynor. He entered that red flag period 7th in position, but Open Wheel Showdown officials just relayed to us down here in the infield that the crew did not finish their service under the red flag in the allotted time. Therefore, he is done, cannot come back, and he's already headed back to the trailer.
Oh,
Wow.
man, a tough
That is a
break.
big development here. You know, you got to follow the rules. The rules are set for a reason. It's just unfortunate that sent them to the trailer early. We know his family and friends are watching back in Massachusetts. I mean, he had a good run-in this weekend. He was fast. He was the fastest car here yesterday. He was 7th tonight. We definitely, I have a feeling we will see him back here next year.
Side by side, tire to tire for your Elliott's custom trailer winged sprint cars.
And it looks like, except for those two, everyone pretty much chooses, you know, if the person in front of them goes low, the person behind them will go high. So pretty equal choosing for the choose.
Yeah, kind of evens out the field a little bit, but everybody has their own strategy. They can take a gamble if they like to. And we are coming at the restart zone with the Hurricane, Jeff Montgomery, and your defending champ, Brett, Kody Swanson.
A lot of unknowns. Can Jeff Montgomery hold on to the lead for the last 50 laps? Will Kody Swanson's tires stay inflated? We are back green at the bull ring at Las Vegas Motor Speedway.
Low lane was the place to be there because Montgomery took it quickly. Now, Wharf just about put his nose underneath Magurdio, and that was going to be a battle for position. And you got him 2, 3, 4 wide down the front straightaway.
One of those drivers taking it 4 wide, 3 wide. That was Bobby Santos III, trying to prove me wrong, go up there and get that win with 50 laps to go.
Look at Bobby Santos. He listened to the interview. He's putting it on the high side. He's going to try to chase the 50 grand on the high line around the bull ring tonight.
Meanwhile, our leaders are single file, at least through Davey Hamilton Jr., who is in 9th. Now he tucks in behind the 57 of, oh my, a huge crash on the front stretch.
Wow. Carnage here.
That was a very vicious wreck, but I see the driver already getting out of the car.
So Yates there behind the wheel of the 91 and up in smoke.
That was for the 20th position, Darren Yates, as you mentioned. Glad to see him get the helmet off as quick as he did, because that was a hard hit into the outside wall. And the red flag is out.
There you go. Put your hands together for Yates. You don't want to see that, that's for sure. And a destroyed Elliott's custom trailer sprint car there.
Chase Cabry in the 14C, his night is over, and looked like things started to go south on the backstretch right before that accident in turn number 4 happened. Take us through what happened from your vantage point.
Yeah, in the initial 50 laps, I noticed something was weird with the water gauge, the water temp, and like it'd be 240 and then it would be like 180, and so I figured it was, something was kind of messed up with that. And then as I started going there, I started losing oil pressure and it just started laying down, so I tried to get out of the way. I hate anybody that got caught up in that. I don't know exactly what happened behind me. I just tried to get to the apron and get out of the way, and it just sucks. But, I mean, what an incredible experience this has been. Thanks to Kirk Morgan. We were coming through, learning a lot and having a lot of fun doing it. So hopefully I get to do it some more, and really appreciative for Kirk Morgan and their whole team. They put a lot of effort into me getting comfortable this week, and yeah, it was going well until it wasn't. But, hey, that's part of racing, and we'll regroup and hopefully be back better.
I know the end result isn't what you wanted, and you just talked about how much fun you've had aboard this 14C, not only here at the Open Wheel Showdown, but getting ready for the Open Wheel Showdown. Is this something we're going to see you back in sometime soon? Because I know you had such a blast driving this wing sprint car.
I would love to. It's got to figure out what opportunities are out there and figure it out from there. But yeah, it's been a ton of fun, and I mean, the event's been incredible, and the whole thing. And these things are just wild to drive. I mean, what you would expect them to be, it's like 10 times gnarlier inside the race cars. So it's a lot of fun, but and hopefully I get to do it some more.
Chase Cabry was having a top 10 run going. Unfortunately, his night is over here at the bull ring at Las Vegas Motor Speedway.
Front stretch. You can see,
yep.
That could have been, as bad as that was, I'm glad that the car came back down before he went into the wall, because we would have had a car into the fence, which is not good.
And that's what you see. Chase trying to get out of the way. Lockwood had to check up. And then the 91 wheel hops the 99 of Corey Lockwood.
What a hit.
And, yeah, you see the heavy damage, pieces and parts falling. Actually didn't even hit the wall once. He hit it about 3 or 4 times coming down the front stretch. So,
and he was just a passenger. When your wheels are up like that, he can't steer the car at all.
One more look at it coming out of turn number 4. And up he goes. And, yeah, like you said, at that point, it's just a matter of you're along for the ride. And thank goodness for the amazing safety equipment that these drivers are not only required to have, but have the ability to have in these race cars, because as much fun and as much craziness as it is, we never want to see anybody walk away hurt. So for a restart, Montgomery, Swanson, McGurdio, Wharf are picking their lanes.
And again, Montgomery has led every single lap, and we'll see if we're able to get some long green flag runs, because again, before the 50-lap break, Kody Swanson really made a charge and almost was able to make a pass for the lead. So we'll see what happens.
But the Surf Pro restart zone for your Elliott Custom Trailer Sprint Cars. One more time, we are on the go pedal at the Bull Ring at Las Vegas Motor Speedway.
Another nice start by Jeff Montgomery, as you saw all the drivers run through that speedy draw on the front stretch, but Jeff Montgomery out to lead, but Kody Swanson making a charge on the high side.
Swanson making a move. He's looking to take that lead. Oh, and that door got shut really, really tight on the front straightaway.
That was some close quarters racing there. Kody Swanson looks like he has the speed on the high line. If that tire's going down, it's not impacting the speed in that race car.
Oh, wow. So that's what Jeff said. He said, if somebody's going to put a nose underneath me or beside me, then I know I got to give it a little bit more. I think we just saw Jeff Montgomery give it a little bit more in turn 2.
Jeff Montgomery was completely sideways coming out of turn 2 that time. Now Kody Swanson's gone down back to the low line until he gets maybe closer, maybe make another charge after he settles in a few laps.
Yep, Bobby Santos, the third, Casey Tillman. They are going into turn number 1, chasing down the 14 of Aaron Willison. Here comes Swanson again. Swanson takes a peek to the high side. Montgomery, I think he's given it all he's got, but I don't know if he's got enough. Here comes your defending champion, Kody Swanson, Brett, challenging for the lead.
They are side by side down the backstretch, still side by side in 3 and 4. Jeff Montgomery got a little bit loose, but he's still got the speed down the front straightaway.
Man, that horsepower in the 33J showing, but here it comes, sticking it on the high line. Kody Swanson, he has no choice. If he wants to do it, he's got to do it up top right now.
Jeff Montgomery's not going to give up that bottom lane. So as you said, Kody Swanson has got to use the high line, and he's using it to his advantage as they're once again side by side. Going to do a crossover move a little bit here. Doesn't look like it can pay dividends that lap.
Nope, Swanson thought about going to that low line. Jeff Montgomery said, I'm pretty sure Montgomery's going to make him use that high groove if he's going to pass him, but he could be in trouble right here with the lapper. Swanson trying to set up the pick on turn number 1 and 2. And he's going to get it done, I think, Brett.
Montgomery, I think, got a little bit loose off of turn 4. Now Kody Swanson to the lead. Lead change, first time tonight here in the Open Wheel Showdown, and now he's extending that lead by at least 6 car lengths.
Holy moly, that didn't take him long. Mike McGurdio working on the Hurricane Jeff Montgomery. McGurdio, he said he's got something for those guys up front, and now he's going to try to show Kody Swanson the 17 machine.
Is the handling going away on Jeff Montgomery? You have to wonder. He's dropped from 1st to 3rd. Now he may drop to 4th with Brian Wharf in the 91 right behind.
Yeah, Wharf looking to move that machine up onto the podium. Kody Swanson, he took that lead. He's going through some of the traffic. Here comes Mike McGurdio. It's a 1.1 second gap. That last lap, let's see if McGurdio is closing in on it.
Kody Swanson is going to be, if he is able to put this together, the first double or the first multi-time winner of the winged portion of the, oh, we have trouble. No, he saves it. Is he going to save it? No, he did not, and he's going to make slight contact with the inside wall. That was hard racing there for the 4th and 3rd position between Jeff Montgomery and Brian Wharf. I thought they had it saved there coming off turn 4. What an amazing save by Jeff Montgomery, but let's send it down to Drake York, who has an update on Bobby Santos.
Well, you guys talked about the run Bobby Santos III has been on, and this is really no surprise if you watch the Open Wheel Showdown here at Las Vegas. Bobby has been one of the guys, if not the guy, that has made the top side of the racetrack work. He spun in the first half of the race. Got to imagine those other 3 tires that they did change under that red flag got to be a little bit torn up, which makes it even more impressive. He's going for the full Danny Sullivan run. Right now, he's 6th for the restart.
All right, thanks, Drake. Bobby Santos ready to go. And I was watching McGurdio and Swanson. They were nearly touching as they came through turn 1. Let's see what they do in turn 4, Brett.
We're coming to our Serve Pro restart zone as we are back green, and Jeff Montgomery stuck out his nose. And look at Mike McGurdio take the lead off of turn 4 just briefly. They're still side by side.
Swanson, McGurdio, they're going to bring it out at turn number 4 down the front stretch. Kody going to grab that top spot as everybody behind him still shuffling for position. McGurdio not going to let him run away if he can help it, but there's another couple car length cushion. Short run, long run. Who's going to win this one?
Don't look now, but Bobby Santos, the 3rd, is up to 4th. Aaron Willison, our 2023 winner, is up to 3rd. They are single file through the top 5, and then we have Davey Hamilton Jr. in the 7th position, now battling for 6th.
Yep, Davey Hamilton Jr. chasing Kyle Alberding and Evan Margison. Margison goes low underneath Alberding. He's going to try to leave Davey Jr. out to dry, and he does, as Evan Margison now starting to make a move into the top 5 spots here as the laps wind down. We are 30 laps away from $50,000 tonight.
They are strung out again for the first 5 positions, and then our battle is right here on your screen with Davey Hamilton Jr. and Kyle Alberding as they continue the battle down the front stretch on our speed shot.
Down into turn number 1, Davey Jr. going to try to get the run off of 2, and I think he's got it, but look at Kyle. Kyle Alberding out of Winston, Oregon, going to try to drive it right back in there out of turn number 4, but it's going to be position gained for Davey Hamilton Jr.
Now it looks like everyone's pretty much single file. It's looking like maybe we'll get into a long green flag run here, which means that Mike McGurdio is hoping that they catch lap traffic and that Kody Swanson is not able to navigate that traffic very well and maybe make a pass for the lead.
Yeah, and he's got a lot of that traffic right out the front of that race car. As Swanson out at 2, his first lapper is halfway down the backstretch, and Mike McGurdio needs to make it happen now. We are 25 laps away, 75 laps in to the Open Wheel Showdown main event of the weekend.
Don't look now, but Bobby Santos, the 3rd, the battle for the 3rd position may be heating up. He's trying to make a run on Aaron Willison in the 14. You can see back in the pack, they are still mixing it up all across this racetrack. There's Bobby Santos, the 3rd. You can see about 4 car lengths between him and Aaron Willison in the 14. Bobby Santos, the 3rd, again trying to take the win after finishing in the 2nd position the first 2 years here.
Kody Swanson, your race leader. He's up and around the lapped car, and that has definitely worked in Mike McGurdio's favor. McGurdio right back onto the tail tank there as Swanson has to make the move. McGurdio going to just try to follow him through, and we are going to be 20 laps away from a $50,000 payday. Can he go back-to-back for the first time ever?
If you're Mike McGurdio, when you catch Kody Swanson, if you catch him in this lap traffic, do you take the high line or you take the low line? You can see it looks like he's gaining a little bit down into turn 3 and 4. Big shower of sparks that time. As you can see, it looks like he's a little bit faster than Swanson outside of turn 2. We'll see if he's able to close the gap.
We've seen those sparks the last couple of times when Kody goes right about mid-racetrack into turn number 3, but still, obviously not upsetting the car at all as he goes up and around Troy DeCare. DeCare going to go another lap down. McGurdio now stuck behind DeCare, and that could be a big positive for Kody Swanson with 2 lappers between himself and McGurdio.
Yeah, he's having trouble. McGurdio's having trouble getting around that lapped car in the 29. He's got to make quick work of this if he wants any chance to get back up to the lead with Kody Swanson with just 17 laps to go.
Yep, up and around the 26 of Troy DeCare, and then he's going to set his sights on the next one. Brad Allman there in the 44 machine, another one of our Canadian visitors. He's going to move over when he sees McGurdio come because he knows those guys are running for 50 grand. He is just running to finish out the Open Wheel Showdown.
This is the largest lead that Kody Swanson's had this evening. It's at least almost a straightaway as he enters in turn 3 and 4, still trying to navigate this lap traffic.
Getting ready for a position battle. Davey Hamilton Jr. out of turn number 4 has closed the gap on Evan Margison. Margison Jr. diving into turn number 1, and we've got a yellow flag. We got a car turned around over there on the backstretch. It's Jojo Hellberg. Tough break for Jojo. He's the one that went around on lap 1, and now he goes around with 14 to go.
So we're going to have a 14-lap shootout. We saw that last restart with Mike McGurdio He had a strong charge on Kody Swanson in turn 1 and 2. I thought he was going to...
He was on the high side of Tillman, and again, JoJo's car just back end.
Handling is not there for JoJo in the number 7.
So not the night he was hoping for here in Las Vegas.
Looking down through the rest of the field, Tyler Rohrig, I'm looking at the running order in the 21st position. So again, not a good year for Tyler Rohrig, which is surprising because he runs so well in the sprint car world. These 14 laps will fly by if we stay green as we are back underway in the Serve Pro restart zone as Mike McGurdio is trying to hang on the high side, but Kody Swanson takes the lead down the backstretch.
Evan Margison, Bobby Santos III, Davey Hamilton Jr., they are attacking the 14 of Aaron Willison. Look at Santos. He is knocking on the back door. He gave McGurdio a little love tap into turn number 1.
Is Bobby Santos... Oh, Davey Hamilton Jr. is off the pace. Oh, what a heartbreaker. He made all those positions up. He pulls down into the infield. No caution. Will stay green.
Junior is done there. McGurdio now, he has pulled away a little bit from Bobby Santos Jr., but nobody is going to catch that 50 if we stay green for the final 11.
Kody Swanson extending his lead. Things have settled out between first, second, and third. The battle is for fourth. Aaron Willison and Evan Margison battling it out here with 10 laps to go.
Yeah, Margison going to try to work that rear bumper of the 14. They have swapped the position twice in the last couple of laps. And again, they're in the money. It just depends on how much money they want to be in. But the guy that is really in the money has 10.5 laps to go. It's Kody Swanson. He's going to walk out of here possibly winning every single year in something.
We are quickly approaching lap traffic. That's really the only hope that Mike McGurdio has, is maybe Kody Swanson will catch this lap traffic and they'll help. And we have a spin right in front of our leader. Kody Swanson was able to avoid it. That's Austin Gossel. That was not what Kody Swanson wanted to see out of the front of his race car, but he was able to. We're going to show, I think we have a replay of it that we'll be able to show you, but Kody Swanson came to finding big trouble here in turn 3 and 4. Ooh, evasive action. He was going to, that was a great choice to take the high line. You saw him take that evasive action because Austin Gossel was coming back down the racetrack.
Yeah, Gossel was rolling back. Kody.
Well, Heartbreak City tonight for the promoter of the Open Wheel Showdown, Davey Hamilton Jr. was moving and grooving, as they say. What happened to the 14?
It looks like an engine failure. I went into one. Next thing you know, I was covered in oil and smoke, and the best thing I could do is just try to get out of the way. You know, I thought I was going to get ran over, but you know, I told you at the break, I was going for a top 5. I was right there, man. I thought I had it, but it is what it is. It's part of this race, and we'll come back stronger next year.
Tough break for Davey Hamilton Jr. and really Kirk Morgan Racing as a whole, as Chase Cabre exited the race earlier and the other 14 car.
Yeah, tough break for the team and those two drivers, two young guys that definitely Willison, Santos, Margison, and Alberding. I think those are the 6 that you're going to have to watch here.
So does McGurdio get a nice restart here and try and pinch Kody Swanson down so he can't get a good run off the corner? We'll see what happens as they make their way.
Looks like Cody's pinching him up high.
Into the Serve Pro restart zone, and Kody Swanson gets a nice restart there and takes the lead in turn 1 and 2.
Yep, I think it was a little reverse psychology there. Kody putting him up into the second groove there a little bit. And here comes Bobby Santos working on Mike McGurdio. Kody Swanson, I think, is going to waltz his way to a $50,000 payday, and we're going to see what's going to happen behind him there. It's going to be 6 to go, Brett, 6 to go this time around.
Kody Swanson would love to see the second and third place start mixing it up so he can go extend his lead. It's already about a 6-car length advantage down the back straightaway. 95
laps in to the Open Wheel Showdown 100. That time around, it's a high 5 from the flagman for Kody Swanson. We might be just 4.5 laps away from your first ever 2-time winner of the Showdown.
What an amazing drive by Kody Swanson. 2 years in a row, he may put this together. He's one of, as you mentioned pre-race, one of the best open wheel sprint car drivers in the country. and he might walk away with another 50 grand here this year.
Bobby Santos doesn't have anything left for Mike Magurdio. About a 3 or 4 car length gap there. Aaron Willison, the inaugural winner, he's going to have to settle for a top 5 as here comes Evan Margison. And we are down to the final 2 laps. It's going to be a white flag lap for Kody Swanson this time by.
Everybody throughout the field looks like they are single file, which is what Kody Swanson wants to see, is a few lapped cars in front of him, but I believe they're going to get out of the way, and Kody Swanson will have no issues coming through turns 3 and 4.
Yep, Kody doesn't even, oh, look out.
I spoke too soon.
Checkers in the air. Kody Swanson wins the BitNile.com Open Wheel Showdown 2025, presented by AskROI. Swanson goes back to back.
What an amazing drive through the field for Kody Swanson. They were concerned about that tire, but they were able to, great job for them to find our top 3, Kody Swanson, Mike Magurdio, Bobby Santos III. Bobby Santos III probably is wondering, you know, what could have been if he didn't have that spin over there in turn 4. He obviously would get the award for passing the most cars tonight, going from the back to the front like he did.
Yeah, definitely, and it's
every win that he gets means so much to him. He gets very emotional because what he told me one time when I interviewed him post-race is he never knows when that last win's going to come.
Yep.
So he enjoys every win like it is his last.
Yeah, and he definitely proved it tonight. And like I said, even with some mechanical tire issues there, but he is going to climb up on that 50 machine. Las Vegas Motor Speedway Bullring fans, make some noise for Kody Swanson, your first ever back-to-back winner of the Open Wheel Showdown as we light up the skies around the Bullring tonight. Oh. Brett.
He's won, like I said, more than $50,000 in the past 3 years because he won the midget feature the first year they had it, the $50,000 last year, and now the $50,000 this year. So he goes home with 3 Open Wheel Showdown trophies now for wherever he keeps all those trophies at his house.
Yeah, nobody else can say that they've been here all 3 of the first 3 years, and they've got a trophy cabinet full as we take a look on our
third year
TV.
For the BitNile.com Open Wheel Showdown. Let's send it down to Drake York with our winner.
Kody Swanson getting the hugs from the friends and family. You talked about it. This one's going to be an emotional one for Kody. How about a race fans for Kody Swanson? Kody, we talked about how much it would mean to be a winner all 3 years of the Open Wheel Showdown, and yet again, here you are in Open Wheel Showdown victory lane. I can see it starting to sink in already. How special is this now for the 3rd year in a row?
I mean, it's hard to talk after that, Drake, anyway, and I mean, I don't know. I've been surrounded by great people, and I've had certain things that just kind of went our way, right? And you know, after I told you that we were fine, they're beating on the left rear with a brass hammer because it's leaking, and and God is so good. He's just been so great to put me in you know, so many grateful. I'm sorry. He's put so many people in my life I'm so grateful for, and everybody that's a part of this Ram Engineering 50M, right? Dick Myers, but and we got Rick and Dennis and John and everybody that's a part of it this week, and we got Dave and Dwayne at home, and man, I sure appreciate everybody that puts the work in on it, and thankful for Nick Bohannon and Frank and Dugan for towing it out here and being part of that Salem Speedway. Nick Bohannon, Versalift Reynolds, you know, man, great people there, and then and my friends at Lions Transportation come on board to help make this possible, right? As well as man, my friends Dan Binks and Tim Bertrand and John Hamada, and man, there's so many people. Jeff Hellman with Rosa Machine and Tool, and man, and obviously it feels great to have our friends Mission Foods on board too. So there's so many people, including Butch Welsh Heating and Cooling, and man, I know the list is long, but I'm so grateful for everybody, and I hate it if I missed anybody because there's so many that are part of this, right? And so, man, we got and so many families are part of this, and the neat part about this car, Drake, it's a special car. It obviously gets around the track really good, but Dick and his wife, Deborah, and I would have a picture of Jesus on the dash, right? And so I feel like he's riding with me every time I drive this car, and man, I'm so grateful for everybody that's part of it.
You talked about the crew beating on the left rear under the red flag condition. We talked about on the broadcast quite a few times. How much was that weighing on your mind, especially when we had that red flag right after the halfway break?
Yeah, that red flag on lap 53 that I could see the scoreboard and just seemed to wait. And man, there's some things that just work out that you can't explain. And I mean, I feel like I have an explanation for it, right? And man, God's blessed me in ways that beyond far what I deserve. And the people that I've been fortunate to race with, to have in my life, my family, that everyone that supports it, and my wife and kids, and everybody that's a part of this effort is really special for me to be one piece of their puzzle.
Kody Swanson owns the Open Wheel Showdown for the third year in a row. He's your winner. Picked up the midget win in 2023. And now in 2024 and 25, he's the sprint car winner. Mike McGurdo, second on the feature event podium. And things got close with you. One start with Kody. It looked like for a little bit you had the jump on him. You were never really able to find that again. What was Kody doing so well just to kind of get away from the rest of the field on those restarts?
You know, Kody drove a clean race. You know, we touched each other in that last restart where I thought I had a run, but all in all, we've raced each other for years, and you know, we beat each other in the championship, back one and then back the other. So racing with him is, you know, something I'm very used to. I'm just so happy. You know, this is only my third race of the year to come out and do this well and race against him back in the days. You know, it just, I can't be happier with that. But it was that close, and we're coming back next year to get that trophy.
Vegas and Hole has not been very generous to you. This is your first top 5, your first top 10 in the Open Wheel Showdown. What was different about this year that allowed you guys to have such a good run?
You know, when you don't run for all year, we only run a couple races, you have a lot of gremlins in your car, and the team did such a great job. Trevor and Holly and all them guys did such a great job putting this car together. So we had 2 DNFs, you know. We drove from 17th to 4th last year. I knew we were fast and had a good car, good team, everything. It just mattered putting it all together, and I know we can compete and be back here next year.
Mike McGurdio, mark his words, he'll be back here in 2026. Bobby, I kind of lightheartedly mentioned it earlier, but you almost had the full Danny Sullivan run, the spin to win. First, let's talk about what happened in turn number 3 that sent the 22A spinning.
I don't really know. I think the 33 and 17 didn't quite get in as hard as I expected them to, and just kind of overran the corner a little bit, but that's part of it. Just got to thank, you know, Davey, everyone that puts on this Open Wheel Showdown. They've done a great job. One of my favorite races. Look forward to it every year. Just come up a little bit short.
The charge back to the front, though, was easily one of the greatest things to watch on the racetrack over the course of the weekend here at the Open Wheel Showdown. Talk about that drive back to the front, especially on the high side of the speedway.
Yeah, I mean, this place is tough to pass. You got to take advantage of restarts and opportunities when they're in front of you. When I was in about, I don't know, 18th or so, and I think there's 10 to go before the halfway, I made a couple bad decisions, and I probably would have been 6 spots farther forward before the half, and that might have made a little difference for us. That I think I restarted the half, I don't know, 18th, 16th, somewhere like that. If I could have got myself to 12th at that point, we would have been better off. But that's probably my most disappointing part, is the couple mistakes I made, you know, coming back through at that point.
Bobby Santos, the third, rounds out the weekend in third here at the Open Wheel Showdown. We'll talk to one of Canada's most interesting residents, Aaron Willison. I know it wasn't what you were hoping for in fourth, but you still had one of the more wild adventures here in the Open Wheel Showdown. You have the wing blow up part, and you still walk away with the top 5 tickets through that 100 laps for us.
Yeah, it was a bit of a long slug all night. Just kept getting penned in on restarts and just did not have the short run speed. Unfortunately, we had an outstanding Trags group, Randall Wilson 14 on the longer runs. I just needed 10 laps to kind of get my ducks in a row and get rolling, and the car would really come home. And that one run where we got the third, Trevor worked pretty hard racing with Kody there, and then he was beginning to back up to me, and I was pretty excited about that. But that string of cautions toward the end kind of killed us. I was just too tight the first couple laps to get going. And such is life, but we'll take it. Got a great group. Everyone worked really hard all weekend. I'm really thankful for everyone involved with this car. And I want to say hi to Rod watching at home. You'll be here with us next year, Bubs.
Aaron Williamson had a wild run of it here in the Open Wheel Showdown. Still hard to believe. That's probably his worst go at this event, is a 4th place. Evan Marginson rounds out your top 5 here in the Open Wheel Showdown. It was a quiet but a very consistent week for you guys. Take us through the week as a whole, because obviously last night, a big night just to make sure you're set up to even be in a spot to run the top 5 tonight.
Yeah, for sure. You know, didn't quite qualify where we needed to, but was able to sneak into the dash there, which was huge. And, you know, we just kind of hovered in the top 10 there that whole main event. And then, you know, after that halfway break, you know, the car really came alive. And, you know, I feel like I'd saved enough to have something there at the end. Just, you know, didn't quite get it done though. So, but, you know, can't be too mad about a top 5. You know, especially against this caliber competition. These guys are the best there is. So, you know, looking forward to coming back next year. I think we learned a lot, and yeah, so we'll see what happens. But, you know, I couldn't be here without Huck Starter Coffee, Westlake Properties, Kennelly Keys, Signature Texturing, Frankie's Pizza. Yeah, and want to say hi to everybody watching at home. Thanks to all the fans come out this weekend. It was really nice to see a good crowd up there.
Evan Marchand rounds out a star-studded top 5 here at the MidNile.com Open Wheel Showdown presented by AskROI. We quickly turn our attention to year number 4. Can't wait to be back here at the Bull Ring in 2026, guys.